We came to the cabin for peace, a weekend escape from the city's relentless grip. Rain blurred the trees against the river, and the air hung heavy with the scent of damp wood and lemon oil, a feeble attempt to mask the cabin's age. I slept soundly, but Fiona did not find the same rest. Coffee brewed, its aroma, a weak attempt to dispel the unease that clung to the air. Fiona watched the steam rise, her eyes distant and unfocused. When I asked about the curtains, she insisted she had closed them, a denial that only deepened the mystery. She spoke of him, a figure with horns and wings lurking in the nook by the desk. Old GooGoo, she called him, a name that sounded both childish and sinister. My laughter felt hollow, a fragile shield against the encroaching darkness. The book changed everything. Found half buried in the woods, its pages stuck together, symbols etched in something older than ink. Reddish smears stained the margins, a silent testament to its dark history. I reached for it, wanting to banish it from our fragile reality, but Fiona's grip stopped me. Her eyes, no longer the familiar green, burned with a chilling intensity. "Don't you dare," she hissed, a voice I barely recognized. Patches of normalcy returned in the hot tub, the rain a soft rhythm on the roof. Steam rose between us and the blurred woods, a temporary illusion of peace before the darkness reclaimed its hold. Then the crooning started. A sound from the trees, like a fox, but wrong, twisted into chanting. Red lights flickered, and Fiona swore she heard a licking sound, a horrifying return. Mocking the fears, asking the wrong questions. Her embrace turned violent, pushing me away as if I were the enemy. The book remained her constant companion, cradled like a dark child. At night she paced, a restless spirit, by the bedroom door. Curtains drawn tight, sealing out the light. The nook by the desk became a focal point of dread, a place where shadows danced with unseen horrors. "He's watching me," she whispered, her voice barely audible. A secret shared with the plaster walls. "He knows I read his book." The chilling confession hung in the air, a testament to her growing obsession. Impatience grew, a belief that marriage contracts held, until they didn't. The book, an intrusion not part of the original terms. Removing it, I selfishly thought, would remove the sickness. On the third morning, while she slept, I crept to the nightstand. The book's cover, a dull black that drank light, felt heavy and ominous in my hands. I would end this madness. Out in the rain, I fumbled with a match. Fire, tidy and final, a desperate hope. The pages smelled of river rot and iron, a testament to their unholy nature. It refused to burn. The paper browned, but the symbols crawled under the flame like living things. A breath from the trees extinguished the match, a sign of disapproval from the unseen. She was behind me before she spoke. Dressed in a thin sweater, her hair hanging like wet vines, her face a soft, terrible look of someone who had seen what they didn't want to see. "Don't," she said. I held the book up like evidence, feeling foolish. "We can burn it in the river, lock it in the trunk. Anything," I pleaded, desperate to reclaim our sanity. "You can't throw it away, Mark. He doesn't like his things thrown away." Her laughter, a small, broken sound, folded in on itself, a sign of her complete surrender. The river roared below, and from the woods came muffled sounds, syllables rounding like stones. Red lights blinked between trunks, not far, bobbing like eyes, drawing closer. Fiona stepped forward, her hand in mine, without asking. The book thudded against her hip, a dark weight pulling her towards the unseen horrors. "He showed me you last night," she said, her voice distant. "At the river. You were smiling at someone, so happy. A memory I'd tried to bury resurfaced. A careless betrayal." I didn't. I started. The lie, small and pathetic. The rain rubbed the edges off words, blurring the truth. The thing in the nook fed on dying things. Trust, fidelity, unspoken betrayals. "He showed me what you buried," she said, her eyes clear, as if waiting for honesty. "He asked me to bring you." The chanting intensified, syllables forming a name older than language. She turned towards the trees, the book cradled like a child. "Fiona, no!" I cried, unsure if I was trying to keep her or keep something out. A terrible, patient comprehension in her smile. "If you love me, go with me." The days of being a good husband seemed thin now. Practiced gestures against a primal horror. The nuke waited, with horns. Or she would go alone. I let go. She walked beneath the trees, swallowed by the lights. The chanting changed, like a heartbeat settling into a river's steady tempo, drawing her in. The deck was empty, the book open, pages fanned into a shape like a mouth. I stood and stared until there was nothing left but rain and the cabin's yellow windows, a stark reminder of what I lost. Back in the bedroom, the curtains were open. The nook settled into a shape I almost recognized. A coat on a chair, taller than the chair, as if the person inside had grown, folded itself into fabric. I went to the river alone at dawn. There was no sign of footprints beyond the usual animal tracks. I could have called the police, walked away, told myself the woods swallowed her. I balanced the book in my hands, thought about burning it again, sinking it into mud and blackness. But instead, I made a different choice, sealing our fate.